Alright, day 221 of me trying to create the next Harry Potter book series. For the people who don't have any context on anything about the world I'm building, you can go down in the description and you'll see like a big chunk of paragraph, big chunk of text that you can read just to like follow along. So, today went much better than last day. I wrote 400 words. I realized like I've been experimenting with sort of like how George R. Martin would write and how J.K. Rowling would write, how they operated when they wrote like their own book series. And I've had a bit of a hybrid method, I'd say. So I start off writing 1 hour, and that 1 hour I do it like George R. Martin. I just write like the manuscript. I try to figure out the scenes that I want to have in the book series and I write them. And I just think about the next 500 good words I want to write for the series. I don't think about writing the entire thing because then my mind suddenly gets all puzzled and confused about what I'm actually doing. And then you end up doing something entirely different because your brain just can't handle the anxiety of the uncertainty that happens. So I just do as George R. Martin. I write the next few words of the manuscript. I write an emotionally charged scene, and I do that for 1 hour. That's like my main one goal: write one emotional scene that has sort of a change on the end. And then after that, I do a bit of J.K. Rowling style, 30 minutes research / world building. So I just spend some time in the notebooks. I might create a map. I did create a map here. Let's see, lighting. A map of the entire school that I'm building the book series around. And yeah, just trying to solve the creative problems that occurred to me while I've been writing like George R. Martin for the 1 hour. And that went pretty smooth today. I'll be honest, I kind of like this hybrid way of doing it like George R. Martin and J.K. Rowling. It makes it much more like fun. I have that perception that my writing routine is George R. Martin style and J.K. Rowling style combined. It just makes my writing routine feel much like less dull than just saying that it's one hour and 30 minutes writing and that's it. So yeah, that's what I had today. That's the insight, that having a routine that just sounds cooler, using like authors or whoever it is to like boost the fun of like the way you have a perspective on your routine. You kind of boost it. It's like saying your Batman workout in the midday, for example, instead of just saying, oh, I work out at Speedrun or like wherever. You just give it a name, a character, an emotional connection, and it instantly you want to like take more action and end up wanting to write or wanting to work out. That's at least how it was for me. Even though I've had a few days now that I just haven't written all the time, I've written still much like more days I would have, I believe, than if I didn't like give my routine a name, etc. I can actually show you, because I have a Google Calendar where I've outlined all of this stuff, and I do call it, let's see, yeah, I do call it like George R. Martin and J.K. Rowling type of a like routine. I also have this, let's see, this was this Harry Potter inspired. Really it's just a learning block, but I call it my study block because, well, it gives me inspiration, really. So yeah, that's it for today. That's day 221. Another day into a very long journey. Take care.